You know what? I am so disappointed. I'm so disappointed with everything. It is 6:15. I left my house earlier today at 3:30 to pick my daughter up. My daughter's school is over 40 minutes away from where I live. Then I had to travel 40 minutes back and then a little further to pick up my son. My daughter is from my previous marriage, and I asked my ex-wife, I said, can we change schools? Because there is a school much closer to where I live, and it's even closer to where you live, and the commute is killing me. It's eating into my parenting time. She said no. She said no. 6 years ago, when my daughter was 2 and my wife decided to leave, I signed a parental agreement that just worked at the time because I was working 6 days a week. I have a much different life now. And family courts, they got to do something to help us fathers out. So much parenting time has been eaten today. I only get my daughter Saturday evenings and Sundays and Wednesday evenings. Half of the waking hours that I would have with her today, gone completely, because I have a co-parent, an ex-wife, who for some odd reason thinks that it is acceptable to limit the amount of time I have with my daughter. I've never missed parenting time. I've never missed an event. I have taken my daughter on trips everywhere I possibly can. My ex-wife will stop at nothing to limit the amount of time that I have with her. And I do not repay evil for evil, because I'm a Christian and I don't believe in that. And I know that a child needs both parents. My ex-wife wants full custody. My ex-wife wants child support. All glory be to God. I've never had to pay child support. I've never been an absentee father. I'm not here to complain about the courts. I'm not here to complain about the judges. I'm complaining about the system in this country that perpetually seems to give mothers the advantage. For 6 years now, I have been petitioning my family court to update my parental agreement so I have more time with my daughter. On paper, I have the same amount of hours with her as my ex-wife. But here's the trick bag for all you men going through divorces. Those hours are not waking hours. Those hours are hours she's asleep. So it looks 50-50 on paper, but it's actually not. I got hoodwinked. I got bamboozled 6 years ago when my daughter was 2. I don't want that to happen to you. So do be careful when you're signing those divorce paperworks and agreeing to that parenting plan. Do be careful. God bless you all. This is not a video to say hate women, because that is obviously unnecessary, irresponsible, and ignorant. This is a video to say, when, God forbid, you separate from your child's mother, and I don't wish that on anybody, but if it happens, one thing to look out for is that parenting agreement, that parenting plan. Think about where you're going to be in a few years. I was in a dire strait. I was working a job that was working me 6 days a week because I had to rebuild. We split the house, we sold everything, and I was starting over from nothing. So this is a reality. This is also a warning. This is a wake-up call. And this is also me pleading to whoever in every single state in this great country has the power to rewrite the family court laws or codes. I know on paper it says that every parent is treated fairly, but there's too many of us men who are having the same story. And of course, there are bad apples in every bunch. There are some guys out there who truly aren't the best fathers, but there are some ex-wives who will stop at nothing to parental alienate a father from his kid. So God bless you. All glory be to God. I think a change is gonna come, but more of us have to say something and not just suffer in silence. I know it's embarrassing, because for the longest time I would be embarrassed. Yeah, I don't see my daughter but 3 days a week. That was embarrassing. to me. But now I am going to practice something new for the rest of this year and moving forward. I'm going to say it and I'm going to claim it. I'm going to speak up and shame the devil and what family court has been doing to fathers in this country. And when I say fathers, I mean men who are actively involved in their children's lives and who are trying to be involved in their children's lives. And I even have some heart and some consideration for those men who did try, and whether it was through court or whether it was just through a very combative co-parent, they just weren't able to get what they were requesting, and they bailed. I'm not saying that's acceptable. I'm not saying that's right, but you start to understand it as you get older.